there's always gonna be those 3 greatest women in your life. I got 6. And so I named these big, greatest persons in my life through the fitness journey, you know, after the greatest women. And that's clearly my mom arrives at the very highest of it. So Mama Lois, God rest his soul, in eternal peace. And she is right there. Yeah. Early touch, I treat her the max respect. And these are my sisters. So the kind of motivation that you are looking out for. So for me, this is one of them. We'll talk about it. And so, familiar faces around here, and as I said, trust me, there's gonna be those things that you can pretty much use in this day and age. As we said, we're going through the hardest of times. You don't have that extra shilling to book the gym, to pay for exercise, but you can make do with what you have, you know, at your disposal. And for me, every other thing that you see around here being used and made use of to just get myself into that very tight in the latest, you know, if Olympic level fitness regime, and you can pretty much do so. So they don't need an introduction. You go into the YouTube channel, you're going to find all those clips and where we talk at length about them and how you can pretty much use them for the benefit of your fitness regimen. And so around here, I reminisce about the year that, you know, just pretty much going to the hilt of it, 2021. And the fitness journey has been most amazing. A lot of you have asked questions and I've asked us to talk them through the fitness journey. And so what I have is a motivational toolkit and that navigational aid that's going to take you to the next level. And how do we start? You get started. So trust me, getting started can be difficult. It needs a level of, you know, that start up that potential energy that's in you and the potentials in terms of value systems, the right habits that are going to take you there. So get started. How do you get started? You know, physiotherapists have a going job, not informal job, informal question, and they ask, how many people does it take to change a light bulb? And the answer is 1. The light bulb has got to be ready for change. So get ready to take yourself to that next level. And by the way, psychologists talk about the motivation, and the motivational toolkit is, you know, filled up by a lot of things. Some of them will shock you; they're strange. So one of them is what some psychologists call the Hicks-Dodson's law, or rather the Goldilocks rule. They say the maximum point of you know, motivation occurs when you face up to those challenges of just manageable difficulty. It's got not to be too difficult, you'll be discouraged. It doesn't also have to be too easy because you'll get disinterested. So of course fitness is a hard journey to crack. So you need that Hicks-Dodson's law, which talks about the maximum point of arousal occurring at the intersection between, you know, anxiety and boredom. Trust me, if we say this a lot in the our special forces world, you know, and someone said it in the Marines in the US of A, that whenever his life bores him, you know, he gets bored with his life, he risks it. And some of us risk our lives different ways. Of course, warriors like ourselves get that adrenaline rush and the thrill to get out there and do business, you know, better than anybody else that's working on terra firma. Okay, so your motivation can be, you know, just that boredom. If you're bored with the body that you have, if you're bored with falling sick all the time and facing up to the boring hostel beds, you know, ceilings, I mean, trust me, you can get, you know, aroused by that level of boredom. So you can kick yourself out of bed and say, hey, I'm gonna get out of this particular body that bores me. I'm gonna get out of that sedentary life. It's not what I want. But of course, you face up to that challenge that's of just manageable difficulty. That's gonna be. I remember of a professor in the University of Old Dominion. That's Professor Leona Tam. And she talks about regulatory orientation, and you can read deep into this kind of psychological phenomena. And she says that part of motivation that happens the world over, look at the cheetah that's running after prey in the wilderness, and their motivation comes from the fact that they are avoiding. So they talk about avoidance regulatory orientation as opposed to approach regulatory. So most of us sometimes get max motivated or maximum motivation when we are facing up to those things that are gonna, you know, impact us negatively. So I'd want to look for that bit that's gonna keep me out of hostel, out of suffering those lifestyle diseases, out of that body that I don't want. If you want to go to the next level, perhaps you may need to check out for those things that are going to impact you negatively. I say, hey, I'm avoiding. And when you're crafting your New Year's resolution, I'm going to avoiding falling prey. Say Daisy, the great lady. Oh, that's Nancy right there. So that's our second I follow her. She beat me up, she almost killed me when I was young, but she made me. So the greatest woman in my life. Now, so that's the way it goes. Perhaps you need to marry with those things that are gonna be pushing you around a departure, regulatory orientation, as opposed to approach. So the cheetah is not running out of the prey, so she eats, feeds her kids, and goes to the next level. If they fail a hunt twice, they will die. That's what cheetahs. So they have max rates of success in their hunt because they are avoiding falling, into the abyss of anger and possible death. They're staring at that face. So in your case, you don't want to grow into that wobbly body. That's not what you wanna admire. If you wanna look like Beyonce, get out of that comfort zone and get to the next level. Okay, so that is just getting started and getting motivated to the next level. There's the people power. So in my case, have people that are gonna be keeping you accountable, that are gonna be taking you to the next level. They say you are an average of the 5 people that you keep around you. So the friends. If you have people who go like, it rained yesterday and I also didn't go for that run. I've been running for the past, but the weather changed. Come on, that's a lame excuse. Human skin is insoluble. Okay? No one has ever been killed by demonic drizzle. And we are in the tropics. There's no blizzard. This is not an avalanche or something. You're not gonna die. So dress up well. You can go into the clothes stores and get something that, a hoodie and something just to keep warm. You're not gonna be affected adversely by the elements of weather, and you can still do that morning run. So that's not a good excuse. So the friends around you are gonna be influencing your journey, your fitness journey, or even just your life's journey or your professional journey. It's all those things that are coming together to influence the people. The people that you keep around you are gonna be very instrumental. Okay, right. And then set goals, set objectives. They talk about intention orientation, okay, or implementation. So that's a psychological point right there. So the things that you wanna achieve in life are not just gonna fall like manna from wherever. It's just gonna be coming from yourself, deep inside of you, and the things that you're gonna be sitting down and having them. So implementation, intention, basically are a result of those things that you pretty much pen down and you say, these are the timelines. I wanna look like Beyonce. I wanna look like that flex guy. I wanna keep as fit as that guy. I wanna be barrel-chested, 8 feet tall, with a stallion leg, like that guy I saw in that fitness magazine. But then you got to plan, you got to research, you got to get the right information. How is it gonna be with the nutrition? How is it gonna be with this and that? How is it gonna be with my fitness regimen? How am I gonna stay away from those bad habits? And so life being a zero-sum game, there's gonna be something that's gonna give in. It's the time you spend with your drinking buddies that's gonna go all the way so that you dedicate more time into, fitness, into your professional development. So that's implementation, intention. Yeah, that's the point right there. There's what they call taking the opposite approach. Take the opposite approach. In some cases, people are moving down an alleyway, people are moving, and they say the majority can sometimes be very misleading. So you're gonna be the guy who's gonna be taking the opposite approach. If you've been doing something incrementally over time and it doesn't give you good results, turn around. Revolutionize your way of doing business, and you will see max gains. They say sometimes when you follow the herd, the social herding effect as human beings, chances are you're gonna find yourself among a crowd, and sometimes the crowd is not always right. In most cases, by the look at the life situations that we are in today, in most cases, the majority will always be in their comfort zone. They don't want to disrupt things, and you go into that gym and it's been the longest, it's year in, year out, you just want to trim that waistline, it's not going, and you're thinking, what the hell is going on? And you're able to now run very comfortably on the treadmill. Your body is settled in, you are in your comfort zone. Disrupt that comfort zone. They say you see, weighty people try to run, but you never see fat run. Yeah, I know that's a bad term right there, but you never see a marathoner that's not looking the part. So they say if the taking the opposite approach is if not working for you by having to run that treadmill for the longest, join a marathon team, and trust you me, you're gonna be looking like those people within no time, because you see fat people try to run, but you never see a fat runner. That's a saying. I say this with all the love and compassion for those who are struggling with weight. This is doable. I remember when we dropped into the Kenya Military Academy's gates and we saw the guys who had been shortlisted as cadets way back in 2005, and we had individuals that were obese for real. Yeah, Some of us joined from campus and fitness, and I thought I was good enough for the training. But we all got impacted the same way. You know, it's all psychologically very daunting when you go into that level of training. But trust you me, if you watch the pass out parade for all cadets or discipline forces, you never see anybody that's having an extra, you know, inch on their waistline or not looking the part. Everybody almost looks the same. So it is possible and you can get there. But the journey has got to be crafted by people like me who have the enough compassion and who have enough information and knowledge to take you to the next level. And in a way that's graduated, so you don't feel, you know, that Dodson's law that we talked about. That if it's too difficult, you will be disinterested, you'll just fall along the way. But if it's too easy, you're gonna get bored. So that maximum point of, you know, that point of intersection is very, very vital. And we know it, I know it. I'm gonna take you to that next level with that bit. And so we can talk about this, as I say, until cows come back home. But with all the love and compassion I have for you, there's gonna be enough motivational toolkit and the navigational, you know, equipment that's gonna be changing your internal guiding system as you walk a journey of fitness to the next level. And so I can't wait to see you in 2022 as we do this. And remember to keep it locked, subscribe, you know, give us those much needed comments, and share this as widely as you can, because you never know who's going to be pushed out of the line of fire. And that line of fire can be bad health, that line of fire can be very hugely impacted mental health. That can be just about everything that you do in terms of your productivity. Because if you are not physically fit, you are not going to be mentally, you know, upright or set up to even go through your life's journey. Even professionally, your body will increasingly become entrapped or your mind will become entrapped in your body. You can wish to run to the next level, but you're not just going to be physically able to. You know, and most of the things we do in life, even if it's your brain that's turning things into mountains, it's gonna be needing your body to tag along. Can't wait for 2022, and I do wish you a happy, prosperous 2022 that's full of good health, love, compassion, and we are brothers keeper. Let's just have all this fun, love each other, and what to do, guys. We do this that others may simply leave. Thank you, and see you in 2022.